Going live.
Yay! We're live.
Woohoo!
Let's talk about coffee.
Are you tired of those boring, predictable gifts? Every holiday season, it's the same old thing. A pair of socks, that terrible holiday sweater, or how about that fruitcake? Oh, if I get another fruitcake, I'm gonna tear into someone's esophagus. Anyways, why not try something bold this holiday season? And nothing screams festive like a zombie Santa with your coffee. Bold, robust, delicious. Deadly Grounds Coffee. It's coffee to die for and zombie approved. Why not get a little deadly this holiday season?
The Dorkening and all affiliated shows are not intended for anyone under the age of 18. The following may contain discussions or scenes that have adult situations, graphic violence, nudity, strong sexual content, and graphic language. This show is intended for mature audiences only. Viewer discretion is advised.
Yay, I can cuss. Awesome.
Hello, and welcome to Unprinted Pages with my beautiful friends Delphine and our great guests, LD Wosar.
Wosar.
The
Wosar.
Wosar. I will get it straight at one point. I've typed it all day, but I can't say it.
Most people can't. I always say spell with an S, pronounce with a Z.
Okay.
Wosar. It's a Czechoslovakian name.
Do you get hunted by
Cool.
Ghostbusters very often?
No.
Isn't it Gozar the destroyer or something like that?
Oh, Gozar. Yeah. Gozar. Or is it because I'm so pale? Oh, Peter Michael.
Hello. And we have Redatoskers can say hi. He's just
Hi, Reddit Tosser.
getting his
Okay.
whiskey on tonight.
I love it.
We found out that this is a favorite of our where are we going? Here we go, of our guest, Screwball Peanut Butter Whiskey.
Yep.
So he's gonna chug on that for a while because we are allowed to squirrel on this show.
I'm jealous.
Oh, yeah.
And yell at us.
If I didn't have to work at 6 a.m., I'd probably have a shot of Screwball.
That's
He's drinking
understandable.
for you.
Okay.
He's a very considerate
That's
squirrel
nice.
for an alcoholic.
Best whiskey
Peter says
ever.
it's
You
best
got that
whiskey
right, Peter.
So please tell us a little bit about you.
What is there to tell about me besides the fact that I'm super awesome? See, I
We appreciate that.
I am old. I oh my gosh, I don't even know what to tell about myself because it's like I don't want to seem like I'm bragging. Oh, it's like, oh, I'm so awesome.
That's why you're here. You got to brag it up.
Can't
Come
be
on.
more than 2 years older than me. Seriously.
The guy that's been popping in here is 32 years old. Yeah, and no, I'm a mother of 3. I have a daughter, and I'm a grandmother, and I have twin sons. Life story up. Okay, Peter wants to hear my life story. I was born. I lived. Oh,
And then you
I'm
wrote about
obsessed with-
vampires, demons, and westerns.
lions and tigers and bears. Oh my. what's really interesting is I've been writing like my entire life, but didn't get published until 2019. And the first book I published was actually, I don't even know what the hell it was. I just call it The Hot Mess. Because I mean, it was something that me and my friend worked on for 35 years. And she's like Miss Hallmark and Miss Mushy. And I'm like, I want to kill everybody. I want, mayhem, chaos. And she wants romance. You're not going to really find, if you read my books, Scarlet Peacock is about as romantic as I get, which
Oh,
that
wow.
book isn't really completely romantic.
No.
But I've been published since 2019. My first book was The Hot Mess. And then that one, this is where I learned my valuable lesson. When you go to publish a book, make sure it's edited, make sure it's formatted. Don't make your own damn cover. It was a mess. It needed so much editing. I'm like, might as well just rewrite that whole damn thing over. So I pulled that and then decided, you know what, I'm going to like foray into Western. So I wrote a Western series, which is still on Amazon, and it's the Kick Western Chronicles. But I decided I'm going to go P&R with this because one character I killed off in Crooked Halo, I loved so much I want to bring him back. So I'm like, the second book, White Angel, was my first foray ever into P&R. And I loved it so much that I decided, okay, I'm going to go ahead and, Head of Sedna, when I released that, was going to be like just a Robin Hood retelling. That was until I added shifters and added warlocks and that was where I started really finding my love for P&R, and that's pretty much all I write. So for me to write like a normal contemporary romance, I discovered those books tank. I don't do well with contemporary romance. Scarlet Peacock. Here's a little, trivia about that. It was part of a Andrea Miles Rhodes anthology called A Gift from My Lady, and it was just a regent romance. Still the same concept that she was a farmer's daughter, sold to the highest bidder. But I decided, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and re-release the book. And when I mentioned it to Andrea about that, I'm turning into a vampire book, she was like super stoked. And it ended up being one of my favorite books I had written. Second to Chrome Poppies, which is another book I absolutely freaking love because the main character, the female, is actually based off my youngest granddaughter named Emily. So, but yeah, Scarlet Peacock started off as a regent romance because I was just like still obsessed with Bridgerton, and ended up a vampire book, Vampire Duet.
Isn't she the one that did the little cartoon thing here?
That's actually my oldest granddaughter, Sophie, that did that.
Oh, okay. I have to
Emily's not the artist.
I wanted to interject real quick. I had to look this up because I didn't know what PNR was. I've been reading a lot of it. I just didn't realize that the tag for it was PNR. So it's paranormal romance. Because I was just like, what is PNR? Oh, okay. I read that.
I make
just didn't
mine
know
up.
there's a name for it.
I make my own up. It's PNLR, so it's paranormal light romance.
Yeah, I've read some other PNR that was very, very intensely not so much romance,
spicy,
but lust. Yeah, very spicy. And I was
very spicy. That's the term for it now.
Yeah, that would be my Bellawomo Vampy saga. Jaded Vamp was dirty. It was a dirty book.
I read Peacock, and I love. I was telling you this just before. I read it last night, the whole thing, all the way through. Sat through. Took me until this morning, but I made it. And I loved about this, guys. It's a great book. It has all the characters are multifaceted, very interesting. It's not just some sort of blow off thing. And though there are things that happen between people that are rather intimate, they aren't like telling every single little detail that's going on, and it doesn't go there. It's kind of like interesting going on and then fade to black for a second,
Yeah.
Or just the bare bones. You don't have to hear all about every single thing that takes place, which to me sometimes gets a little
It does. When I write those kind of scenes, I take it more at a emotional level. And that's even what I did with Texas Blood. I don't know. I think she's got the cover of Texas Blood there too. That's my
Yeah, I do too.
first and
It's
only male on male. Well, there's male on male in Cascade Duck too.
oh yeah, there's Mel on Mel and Cascade Duck, but the
Mhm.
Texas Blood is the first one where the main relationship is because
And
they're
I
more
actually,
bisexual
yeah,
in
well,
the
oh, in Cascade Duck,
yeah,
yeah.
the words
Jared
just
Jared
flew
is
over
more
my head.
bisexual. Reiner was the straight up gay one. Man.
Mhm.
He likes the man. But Jared was the one that was more bi.
I like your names too.
Oh, no.
I always stretch looking for names, and you find names that aren't completely bizarre, but are still somewhat unique. Because a lot of people, when you're writing something, it's like, and I'm terrible at this. I look up and try to find, okay, what's a old Germanic name with a meaning of this, or something. But
Well,
your name's like, there's something that you might not hear every
yeah.
day, but you hear, they work.
Well, there was
You've
some that
heard of them
just
before.
wouldn't, I knew I always wanted to write a character named Casey. So that's where Casey Bellomo came from. Scarlet Peacock, I forgot where that name came. Oh, it was Scarlet Peacock is actually a butterfly. It's a
Oh,
type of
that's cool.
butterfly, a type
Yeah.
of monarch. That's where I got that one from. And then, but like for instance, in the Hood of Sedna, I'm like, okay, Robin Hood. I love French names. Love them. Just love French names. So you did find that a lot in Scarlet Peacock because we have Countess Yvette Cote.
Hmm.
Um, old Duncan Busick is English, but I think the Countess is the only real French one in the book. Everybody else is pretty predominantly, especially in Peacock's Lament, predominantly German. But when John Ricardo narrated it, he nailed the Countess. I mean,
It
her
was
personality,
beautiful.
everything. Yeah,
That was hi pile. Oh yeah, I get distracted by bringing the picture up and down.
that's okay. Peter
So,
Pan.
one of my other questions was, you said that you see the cover and a story pops in your head. Is it only covers, or do you have other pictures that you find? They're like, I have a story that I want to write for that.
It's mostly the covers. I mean, because obviously the pictures on the covers inspired it. But Scarlet Peacock, what had happened with that one? I didn't have a cover at first. I just had the story, and I have a cover designer that I use a lot of, Tasha Williams, who is just freaking phenomenal. Um,
Totally gorgeous.
she had done a pre-made. Yeah, believe it or not, Scarlet Peacock, that beautiful cover was a pre-made, and that was just one that's gotten a lot of attention from people. They just absolutely love the cover. And of course, I had to have a cover for Peacock's Lament, but I used to be in this habit of buying so many covers and not writing anything for them. So now I just have them custom made. Texas Blood, I have to tell you, is one of my most expensive covers I ever had made. Those are two actual models on the cover. Those are not stock. They're
Oh
models
wow.
named Ryan Van Dyke and Johnny Kane. Johnny Kane is also going to be featured on another book I'm working on called Johnny Angel.
Johnny
Oh
So
cool.
Angel.
Johnny Angel. It's
Sorry.
actually a PNR retelling of, actually not even romance. It's just a paranormal retelling of The Wizard of Oz.
Nice.
And
Okay, you have me
Johnny,
totally.
yeah, I love The Wizard of Oz. Johnny, and here's the thing. It goes back to the Western times. He goes from modern day, one of the worst wizards ever, although he's a professor. He goes back to the Wild Wild West. And you figure this guy living in modern day used to technology to a place to nothing like that exists. So it's going to be a lighter one. There's not going to be sex because obviously it's not a romance. It's still
Mhm.
the whole concept of following that yellow brick road to get back home. So, but that one, I don't have a date for that one yet. That's tentative. So
Looking forward to it now, definitely.
Oz, I loved all of L. Frank Baum's work. Are you gonna go with the snark and the satire that he used in his
oh,
for a little bit? Because
I write so much snark and satire that I'm going to. So yeah.
Oh
that's
yeah,
I
it's
love.
going to be epic, but it's going to be her style of snark and satire, which is also awesome. Um, so you keep going back to the Western world. Is there something about the Western times that keep bringing you back?
I don't know what it is about. I love watching westerns. I love westerns, period. So I really don't know what it is about westerns, because even the Stevie Capo series, actually, I've renamed it Stevie Capo Chronicles from Capo Adventure Series. It's kind of a steampunk western atmosphere to it too. So I don't know if it's like the dust and the horses and the leather, the suede. Just I don't know. There's something like so sexy about cowboys, and the whole shoot 'em up. And I mean, my son can even tell you, Peter, I love westerns, right? I do, but I mean, if I had my way, I would write nothing but westerns. But it's like, but how many people really want to read that? And
My
Texas
papa was
Blood has that western flair too, and I forgot about that also.
my papa was a big fan of both westerns and like he read all of the Louis L'Amour stuff
Hmm.
and he read a lot of romance novels. It was really strange. He lived in a small town here in Nebraska.
Hmm.
And so they had like the book club kind of like everybody would just loan each other books and most of it was little old ladies who had all the little Harlequin romance. And so when
Yep.
I'd go up to visit Papa and Grandma, I would sit there and
Oh, cool.
I'd be I actually read my first romance novels because they were in Papa's collection. It was really weird. It
Gotta get
was
started somewhere.
yeah.
I mean, my mom got me hooked on like Mary Higgins Clark and Noah Roberts, and I just really wish I could write mystery, but I would end up telling everybody who the killer was like in the first chapter, so I can't do that. I have no patience to write a mystery. I'll read them.
I had a question for
Definitely.
you. You've written so many different books and you have all the PNR going on. Um, are are the worlds all the same as far as like do all of the rules that apply to say vampires in are they the same through all of your books? And there's kind of somewhat ranking, or are they different depending on which series you're reading?
They're different depending on what series I'm writing and what characters. Characters, I let them kind of take the lead. Um, I have an interesting one that I am going to be working on with a co-author. Um, that's going to be out late. The first book will be out December 2024. But I'm also a fan of the Final Fantasy games. So this one's going to be kind of loosely based on Final Fantasy. So
I
yeah.
love you.
Dude, we
I'm
might
a
even get
nerd,
Josh to
okay?
join
I'm a nerd.
in.
You just keep
Yay.
adding to like
I told you you
Well,
would love her. Why do you think when they were free, I'm like, take these, read them, and join me in this fan base?
yeah, because this is going to be, I'm taking elements of like Final Fantasy 7, Final Fantasy 8, and not so much 9, because 9 was like too cartoony and stuff, but because they're people. And then a little bit of the new Final Fantasy 16 and kind of taking elements of that and putting this into this series. And it's all going to be revolving around a girl who's actually a Nephilim, but she's going to be taking a journey, kind of like, because you really think about it, Final Fantasy games are journey games. They're always on a journey to find, the villain and kill him, or to find inner peace or whatever, but they're always on some kind of journey. So she's going to be taking a journey with a few, like her mentor, her best friend since childhood, and they pick up a couple people along the way because I'm like, you got to have a Riku type character, but I'm like, I really didn't want a whole lot of females in the book, but Final Fantasy X too. Come on, man, girl power. Anyway, but they're taking a journey to the purgatory. They're going from the celestial realm to the purgatory realm to either hopefully negotiate with Horus, which that's probably not going to happen, or just destroy him before he destroys the entire kingdom. And there's going to be 4 books in the series. The first one is called Ember. That one's going to be out in November. And I'm waiting for my co-writer to name her best friend, so that way we have the second book. But that one I'm like super excited about. So it's going to be a little bit more of a challenge because there's so much involved in a Final Fantasy world that I have to take a lot of notes. I have to do a lot of research. And because, I'm thinking of village names, town names, city names, what kind of environment are they in? Do you have the futuristic world? Because there's always one city that they go to in these Final Fantasy games that's more futuristic. But yeah, that one I'm like super excited about. I like building different worlds for each book. Like in the Bella Uomo series, because it was present day. I don't know. Don't ask me why I decided in Wild Vamp to go from, present day to 70 years in the future. I'm like, shit, I wish I could. Too many people read it, so I can't go back and change that. Because that's actually my most popular series I've written was the Bella Uomo Vampy Saga. Except for Busted Vamp. Didn't get a lot of people reading that one. That one kind of flopped. So I
haven't got to it yet. I keep jumping around in your catalog and everybody else's.
Yeah,
we read a lot.
But I hate to say this, but Scarlet Peacock kind of kicks Casey's ass as far as like vampires go. I mean, yeah, Scarlet she's not mouthy. She's strong. She tells it like it is, but she's not mouthy. She doesn't have a gutter mouth like Casey Bella Uomo did either. But yeah, Scarlet was just, that was just one, I just fell in love with that story. And Peacock's Lament, it took me 6 months to write that one, but I love the finished product. So I'm very happy with how Peacock's Lament turned out.
Going to be gorgeous. I can't wait to read it. I'm looking so forward to it.
8 more days.
If you're doing if you're doing a Final Fantasy based thing, you have to have like one little book off to the side that's like the side quest that, there's always some game that they have, or, like there's Blitzball, there's the card games, there's the puzzles. You should have like one little book off to the side that's just like an extra that has like some sort of, just the whole world going where maybe they aren't the main characters in it, but they take part in it, and there's whatever contest or game or something that's going on in it.
Oh my God, how fun. That would be so fun. Yeah, I need to do that. Like a couple of the secondary characters.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You can make it like choose your adventure to see if the player can make it or the reader can make it through to win the game or something. I don't know. That's just me.
Even if it's just like a novella, that would be so much fun.
Yeah. She's like a novella. I'm like, I write books about
like
that.
My novellas are this big.
Novellas are like this.
Yeah, well, a novella is this big. Okay, dude, I have like a book this thick sitting next to me. I'm weird. It's like I killed a book in a night, and then I saw it published, and I'm like, oh my God, that's why it took me 4 days.
This book actually went from being 15,000 words to about 300 pages. So yeah, I did add a lot to this from the time that it was in the anthology to now.
Yes, and at some point I still need to get with you about getting my signed copies and how to do that.
You know what?
She will get on you about it. You'll keep hearing, but she's not pesky about it.
Well, it's been like 2 or 3 months since I've asked, so it's not often.
Oh my God, I feel so bad because I'm also the type, I do not charge people for paperbacks. It's like, I'll gift them. I'm like, yeah, Lori, you're gonna make money that way.
Well, that's why I said, hey,
eventually.
I just need you to tell me how much to PayPal so I can get my books because I want at least one Wozy book. Granted, I have like 37 Sky Turner books that are signed, but I'm
I
allowed.
love her. I freaking love her.
If it wasn't for her, I wouldn't know you exist. So I'm very grateful. Oh, by the way, this is the part where we stop and say, please go find and read Sky Turner books. She has both PNR and contemporary romance books. All of them are awesome.
I was gonna say
Okay,
she's
let's
more known
continue.
for her contemporary romance. She's just the
Oh
sweetest.
yeah,
Oh my
for
god, I
sure.
love her. Love her. Um,
She is awesome.
yeah, she is.
Sooner or later, I'm gonna talk her into coming on. I just haven't yet.
That'd be cool having you be on with her.
Oh yeah,
Shit.
dude, if we can both
Yeah.
talk her into coming on, because I'm only limited to 10 people. Only 10 people. So all four of us can come on and talk.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Oh yeah. Okay. We gotta talk her into it at some point. If you'll help me, that would be great. Anyway, let's get back
Definitely.
to the other stuff.
Okay.
Um so
Yeah, give me your list after
where
the show.
okay. Okay. Now I just gotta figure out where we were. We were talking about vampires. Okay. Which of your if your demons went against your vampires, who would win?
Oh, if my demons went against my vampires, Malik would beat the crap out of every single one of them. Because that man, okay, I just don't want to spoil anything in Peacock's Lament, but there is more Malik in Peacock's Lament this time.
Nice.
And I was also influenced by my cat on a couple parts, but
That's always a good thing.
but Malik, I
Just
just
ask to know
I
Malik.
love him. I love him. Love Malik. He would kick everybody's ass.
He reminds me of a Jin almost.
Yes, he
Okay,
does.
so okay, good. So that wasn't just a me thing.
No,
Is it?
no.
Okay.
Because
I
I
love
wasn't
the
even, honestly, I wasn't even familiar with what a djinn was until I watched The Witcher.
I haven't
I'm
watched
like,
that yet, but
what? Season 3 was terrible. That's all I'm going to say.
okay.
That's
Don't
fine.
waste your time on season 3.
I won't.
Dude, I learned what a djinn was in like 5th grade. I found this random book
That's
and
rad.
the movie they made is nothing like the book, but it has the same name and I'm like, "Oh, okay." But I like the movie better, but both are fun.
Yeah, I had a
Castle in the
story a
Sky.
couple weeks ago for we were doing our holiday horrors, and I did a Jin story. So it was a little match girl, and but
Oh,
she was a
yeah.
Jin.
That
So
one
that's
was
how she kept getting her
so
fire going.
good. I really enjoyed
Sounds
that.
good.
Yes, the traffickers, the she was getting back at the child traffickers and
Hmm.
trying to save the children. So yeah, it was a really good story.
That sounds dope.
Uh, which of your characters would you love to go on a coffee date with?
On a coffee date,
Yeah,
um, I'm trying to think of the one that would be that has the best manners.
they don't
Um,
have to have good manners. This person you want to go out with does not have to be good in public. The other
hmm.
people in the coffee shop don't matter in this situation as long as the coffee gets gotten.
I have to say it's a toss up between um I don't know, I just love Malik Apollo. It's gotta be a toss up between Malik, Jared Fox, or Gabriel Corbeau. Because his cousin Sage Sebastian's too moody. I just don't want to deal with that. But the other three I think would be fun. Jared is, he's more of a beer me kind of guy. But I think he'd just be so much fun.
Okay.
So long as he doesn't feel the need to bite me,
Yeah, that would
then
be
I'm
good.
good. Yeah.
That's up in the
Gabriel
air.
actually shifts into a dire wolf, but he's like super sweet. And he's
Oh,
hot. And he's going to be, he's about 2 feet taller than I am. So it's all good.
Hi. How are you?
Yeah. Hi,
How
handsome.
tall are
Would you
you?
bend over so I can look at me? I'm 5'1".
Oh, okay. So you're like
I'm
my mom's size.
Yeah. I'm-
I'm 6 foot, so I'm closer to my dad's height.
oh
So
my
yeah.
goodness gracious. Yeah.
And my
I'm a
dad
little
was like
short shit.
7.5 feet tall, so therefore I'm still short compared to him.
I, my sons are taller than me. My daughter is my height.
5'4" and I'm one of the taller ones out of the females in my family. And well, until this next generation where my
Mhm.
all my nieces and nephews are like, super
Oh
tall.
Well,
wow.
shoot, my oldest granddaughter is almost as tall as me and her mom. So, but she
I,
wears heels. She cheats. She wears like platform shoes, so she cheats.
I have to have people help me change light bulbs.
Well, that's
I
okay.
have to
I'm
use
gonna
a
have
step stool.
Oh, I'm too clumsy for that. I would kill myself.
And my husband's not really that tall either, but he feels the need to have to put everything up high to where I can't reach it. Oh, here comes Peter. Hi.
Hopping
You can
down
say
the
hi to
beach
everybody.
trail.
Hi, Peter. Thank you for commenting. He
Hi,
can't see
Peter.
us waving at him, can he? Hi. Hi, Kitty. Thank you for being here. And I love your ink.
That's oh, Peter. They love
Yeah.
your ink.
Yeah, my dad was a tattoo artist. I love all ink. So,
Oh, well, tattoos, ugly tattoo. I have a girl on my calf from Invader Zim.
Doom, doom,
oh, I
doom,
love
doom,
that.
doom.
I love
Great.
He
Gert.
makes me happy.
He does. That's why I got him on my calf, which I'm not going to show you because nobody needs to see that. It's my ashy
That's
leg.
okay. It might be a little bit uncomfortable to bend high enough for you can see it. Well, for us to see it, depending on
I'm
how high your desk is.
I'm not that flexible, so yeah.
I never show mine right because I have a mic in the way, and then trying to twist your arm in the right direction when you're thinking backwards on the camera is just a mess.
Well,
So,
I want to get a new school tattoo of Casey Bellawamo. Now it's like, oh, maybe I'll get Scarlet instead. My son's like, Mom, you have any idea how much those tattoos are and how long you'd be sitting in that chair with the new school? Like the
You,
new school is so awesome, dude.
it would be hours and it would be expensive, but it would be worth it. It would be so gorgeous, though.
Yeah, I'm an Eat Master junkie. The finale is or the season finale is on tonight, so I can't miss that.
I
Yeah.
just watch random ink done
I
on the internet. Some of the artists are really
oh
good on YouTube.
I I just I just I love tattoos. I used to have my nose pierced and decided a month ago to take that out. I'm like, yeah, I'm kind of over the nose piercing. You couldn't even tell I had my nose pierced and nobody even knows. I'm like, you guys notice something different on my face? They're like, no, not really. Okay.
If it was, if you did have it in the last interview I saw of yours, I couldn't see it because of the lighting. So yeah,
Well, and you could barely see it. I never wore the hoop because I always felt like there was snot or something hanging out of my nose, and it was just disgusting to me.
yeah, that would be
So,
something that would keep me from doing it because I get
yeah.
sinus problems a lot. So it's like,
Well,
I used to have one here, but that was in 94.
my son has. I think he's. I know he's got the septum. I don't know if he got. I gotta look at my son's face again. I just know he's got the septum pierced. So I can't do that. That would hurt.
he didn't get
Plus, I'm
close enough for me to see, so I have no idea.
plus I'm too old for that crap anymore. So,
That's
Oh,
fine.
but
no.
huh?
You're never too old.
Nobody can guess my age like ever. And I have no problems telling people how old I am because they're like, "What?" He's like, "Yeah, I'm that old." Oh,
Well,
he's coming in to show you.
okay, cool.
Yeah.
Oh, that is awesome. Thank you, sir. Oh, I love them both.
Oh, got Doctor Who also.
Oh,
My TARDIS.
dude,
It's so fucking
our
hard.
names are in TARDIS Blue, and
Yes.
my page name is Friday with the Library in the Blue Box. Who's your doctor, dude?
Who's your doctor, dude? She wants.
My doctor is Tom Baker.
Oh, he's a good doctor. I love him.
I'm like looking sideways like it's gonna help me see better.
Well, we can always make her bigger, but he left. I didn't think about making her bigger earlier. I'm sorry.
He's actually watching it from his bedroom.
I'm very grateful he is. And if you don't mind,
Same here.
please subscribe, guys. But
Oh,
anyway,
definitely.
yes, we are squirreling all over the place, and I'm loving it.
I
you have a
make
favorite
faces
doctor?
at myself. Do I what?
Do you have a favorite doctor?
I really don't watch Doctor Who, but if I had to pick, it would be Matt Smith.
Okay. I love him.
I love him. Yeah. Or David Tennant.
Oh.
Or Peter Capaldi.
So the new
I don't
ones
watch
you
it, but
like.
I'm familiar with the characters. So,
Okay.
but it's like, Karen Gillan is my
Mhm.
homegirl. I love her.
Oh yeah.
I like
I
Tom
did
Baker.
too, actually, Peter. I just keep rewatching the everything as I go through life. And I'm trying to collect them as I go. What do you watch over and over again? What TV show do you keep going back to?
Top Chef.
Nothing wrong with that.
Outlander.
Do you
Outlander is. Do I what?
do you like to cook?
I love to cook.
What do you like to cook? Are you like do you make food? Are you like entrees or are you a baker?
I'm not the best baker. I love to bake.
Ooh, Witcher's good.
Oh yeah, Peter, you're right. I did binge watch The Witcher a few times. Outlander's one of my favorite shows, though. Straight up, I can't miss any season of Outlander. I love history, though.
Oh yeah.
This is the kind of cook she is.
Do you want to join in, Peter?
You want to join in?
We can send him the link and
Oh,
bring him up.
He's actually coming up. He's actually coming in.
So yeah, if you want, send him the link and he can join in, or you'll have to unhook the headset for us to hear him.
Yeah, actually, I have an idea. Give me a second. I need to grab my actual microphone from the or the.
This is cool.
Surprise! Special guest.
Yay! Special guest.
Hello,
the
I'm
kid
the
of
comedical
author.
relief.
Oh, okay.
Hello,
Hi.
Peter.
Hello. How goes it, ladies?
We're good. Just getting to hang out with authors is awesome.
Fantastic. It's always
And nice
awesome.
to meet the son of an awesome author. Do you write
Well,
books?
I mean, I could. I just don't have the energy or the effort to.
Okay. What do you do?
Well, I like to play games a lot. I play
Yay.
any sort of type of game that you can think of. I just got started on the God of War Valhalla DLC, so I've been
Oh,
playing that a
awesome.
lot. Oh yeah, oh yeah. And of course, I'm a huge Assassin's Creed fan, so
Oh yeah.
I got to play that a lot. I did try the new one. That was pretty amazing. I went back to the old school feel of it, so I definitely appreciated that. And Ubisoft for doing all that they can do to actually listen to their fans and all that stuff.
I was
That rocks.
trying to. I can't really show off, but my Wardruna tattoo. So if you've got the Valhalla stuff going on, I don't know if you're a fan of Wardruna or not, but
I don't have any sort of Norse tattoos going on yet, but I have a lot of ideas going on right now through my head. I still have this entire arm that I got to fill up. So
this is
Ooh.
my Norse arm. This is my family arm. I have other places planned for things, but
my left leg is going to be for the horror slasher theme.
Ooh.
My right leg is just going to be whatever I want to do. My back is going to be for the traditional Japanese tattoo because I want to get it completely covered up. My chest is most likely going to be like DC comic type stuff. So I'm going to have the bat symbol as the whole chest piece, and then everything else is just going to blend into that.
nice.
That rocks.
Yeah.
You're
The
gonna
only
have to start
artistic
watching
view that I have is just graffiti because I like to do weird shit with,
Pause.
words. Anyway, time out.
We're getting new guests. We got more people.
Yay!
So, how much Turkish delight do you have left?
Like 6 pieces.
Same. I have one
Cat-
row, and it's just me. You have a house full.
Cassie said the rose one tasted like
We can hear
toilet
you.
cleaner.
We can't. Well, no, we can't.
Oh,
hear
actually,
you.
because it's on
I
mute.
can hear y'all.
Hey, now we
We
can
can
hear
hear
you.
you.
You'll just have to turn the camera a bit so we can see both of you guys.
Boop, boop, boop. Well, I'm gonna
We
switch
want to
with
see both of
her.
you.
Yeah.
Well, you can flip it if that would be easier. The camera setting. If you go into settings.
That's too much math. I'm here. She's here.
Yeah. I'm happy you're both here. This is a first. Okay. Yeah,
There.
if you turn the camera back this way, we can get you both in fine. Okay, great. We can see you both. Yay!
He's one of my biggest cheerleaders too.
Even though I
Hey,
didn't
yes.
read.
He doesn't read my stuff, but
I don't
Why
give
didn't you
Josh
read
a
Philip's
choice.
books? Come on,
Huh?
man.
I never give Josh a choice. I read it out loud and he helps me edit as we go.
That's where I get lucky, and I have my own separate room, so I can escape.
Well, that works. But one
Nobody
would
in my
hope you have
family
your
reads
own
my stuff.
room. Because
They're
it's
just
always
like,
nice to hide.
yeah. I
So,
don't know what it is about families not reading people's stuff. I guess I'm the weird one in my family because I write horror, and so everybody's just like, no, not gonna read your stuff. But
we lucked out
Mm,
and have a Martha to read the stuff. So, yeah.
I'll
So,
be
okay.
completely different if it wasn't revolving around the, you know, romanticization and stuff like that. I'm more for sci-fi, horror, hack and slash.
well, I mean, like I was even
Comics.
telling them earlier, I would love to get back to writing nothing but strictly Western.
Yeah, like I told him, I got my 6-shooter because I love westerns too.
I'll be getting one soon too.
That is awesome. What is your
Nice.
favorite Western, guys?
Ooh, you first.
My favorite Western. Oh,
Mhm.
I have a small, tiny list. Unforgiven with Clint Eastwood and Gene Hackman. Fantastic movie. The Magnificent Seven. The
Ooh,
updated
always
one
good.
with Denzel Washington. 310 to Yuma with Christian Bale and Russell Crowe.
Mhm.
Django Unchained.
Mhm.
The Hateful Eight. I'm a Quentin Tarantino fan. I think I've seen almost every one of his movies. I love Quentin Tarantino. That's why I have no qualms about writing ultra violence in my books. I'd rather write more of that than sex, to be honest with you.
My favorite is anything with Steve Martin. Of course, you can't go wrong with John Wayne.
Steve Martin.
Yeah, he was one of the old Western.
Oh, True Grit is another one of my favorites, and it's got to be both John Wayne and the Jeff Bridges versions are great.
Yep.
Yeah,
I was trying to
those
think of that
Good,
one.
turned
bad,
out to be really good.
with that.
Josie Wells.
Always good.
Anything with Clint. It's like, I've always adored, and he was hot when he was young.
Oh my God, he was.
Yeah, he was.
My
And
mom
his
had
son
like
looks
3
just like him.
posters of him on the wall.
Yeah, he was a strapping young man. He's
Oh,
super
yeah.
old now.
And his son
Did you
looks a
watch?
whole lot like him.
He really does, and he also smokes stogies like his dad too.
Did
So
we watch
eventually
what now?
he's like his dad, stogies.
Oh, did you guys watch like the Western TV shows too?
Oh yeah, I used to always sit down with my dad and watch those.
Little House on the Prairie.
I Grandma, I took care of my grandparents for about a decade, and um, when they moved in with my mom, she had cable, and so it was like we spent the whole day watching all the old Western ones, and it was like I was dreaming that I was Festus looking for my mule and things like that because I was just
Well,
like,
I mean, Outlander has, now that they're actually in the United States, they have more of that Western feel to it now. than when the show first started and they were in Scotland. But it's all right now. I think it's having to center on, I think, the Revolutionary War, not so much the Civil War. I think it's before the Civil War.
Yeah, it's revolutionary.
But it's funny. This is a house full of people that love history.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
All of us.
We'll chat later because I'm all about this. It was after I got out of high school and started reading the history that wasn't in the book that I got really into history.
Yeah.
And
It's
you'll find most of my books are historical anyway. The only one, I mean, the Bellomo Vampy saga is more present day in the future. The Hood of Sedna is historical. Scarlet is historical. Chrome Poppies is present day. So is Cascade Duck. Okay, I do write a lot of present day. Okay, but I love
It's
historical.
easier at times. Just to
It
write
really
present
is.
day.
Oh.
Have you ever had to go through and like try to map out things like, okay, so if they're traveling from here to here, what form of transportation would they take and how long would it actually take for them to do this? What
And then another thing too that we run into is like, for example, I'm going to use Hood of Sedna, especially for this. They can't just pick up a cell phone and call each other. So basically, because it takes place in 1915, the only way they can communicate is mostly telegraph or letters. Telegraph also.
Telegram.
Oh, both. Because
right. We follow.
well, because I mean, Gabriel and Sebastian can communicate with one another, using
Telepathy.
thank you. I'm sorry. My brain is fried right now. I was going to say telekinesis, but I'm like, no, you're moving stuff with your mind. But yeah, telepathy. But they have to be in close proximity. Sebastian can't be in one state away from Gabriel and be able to communicate. So, I mean, that's the thing you're really looking at with historical. We take so many things for granted in the modern times that they're without any form of technology. And so a lot of my books, they're riding horses. Scarlet Peacock. They're on horses. They're in carriages. You're not going to see Scarlet like drive up in a Corvette and, because it's like 1825, I believe. Another book too that I really wish got more attention is actually my one and only time travel book.
Ooh.
Called Relic, and I had written that back in 2020, and it's like a really fun book. So if you guys ever check it out, Relic is fun.
Well, like I was telling you, with time travel and stuff like that, it does go over people's heads. So you got to go into like.
I made it pretty simple for people to understand because it does time hop from the future to the 40s to the 1500s at one point to the 1800s. So I make it very simple for them to understand to where it's not going to, because time travel, you have to be really careful with how you write it.
Yep.
And I mean, that's the thing with Johnny Angel. What's going to be nice about that is that you're only traveling from one year to the next. You're not going because like Relic was like traveling from.
We'll make sure we get an ad up for that later, either tonight or tomorrow. Because I've just been putting, today I put up like 4 of my favorites on the Friday page that I liked. Well, 3 of the ones I liked and one that I haven't been able to get yet. So.
Yeah, the thing too with Relic, it was also my last book that I wrote in third person POV. Okay. I started, Jaded Vamp was my first person POV, and that's just what I've been writing ever since. And it's not because it's simpler to write. I just feel like you could tell more of the story from the character's point of view, and it's just easier for me to put out more of that emotion. It's really hard to give that emotion with third person. And that was one thing, because what I'm doing right now with Hood of Sedna is what I have written right now is I'm reverting it from third person to first person. And I was thinking that was going to be a challenge. It's actually been a lot of fun. A lot of fun. So
I definitely love it when do the first person, but when you jump different characters' point of view,
Hmm.
Yeah.
and even if it's like the same situation in the room or it's like the next part of
Yeah.
the situation that they're in, I love how that works.
And I know that there's certain readers that can't stand multiple POVs.
I'm
But
not one of
Johnny
them.
Angel is also going to be my first and only in my first book to be from the same POV from the same character out the entire book. Um, it you would think it's going to be easier, but it's really not because he's got to figure out he's not going to know what these other characters are thinking, what
Mm-mm.
their emotions are. So that's going to be kind of a challenge in itself because at least if you could change multiple POVs, you could tell what emotion they're feeling, and that's why it's really important to show the emotion with like a certain verbiage. So
Verbiage or the way they move or what they're doing and stuff like that.
or their facial expressions, facial
Mhm.
expressions.
Oh
There's
yeah.
Yeah.
there's something I like to talk about, and I'm going to be doing a show on it at some point called the landscape of language, and
Mhm.
it's a term that I first heard Leonard Cohen use in his last live interview, and it's just the language that you are born into, what's used around you. It shapes who you are, but as you mature, you can add, depending on what you read, depending on who you
Yeah.
hang out with, you add more to it. And your characters really speak. Yvette is, oh, so I'm sorry, but she's a horrible human being. Well, horrible vampire. She's a really good vampire. She's just a terrible person, I guess. And but the way she even thinks, all of your characters have very distinct voices in the verbiage that they
Yeah.
use, and that speaks very much about who they are as a character and what their values are on
Mhm.
what they think is important. Because if you think like a snob, I mean, and that's her internal thoughts, that's
Yeah.
how she is. That's part of who she is, very much.
Hmm.
So I
I mean,
love how you use that.
it was just listening to John narrate Yvette, especially, and he's got like her hemming and hawing, and oh, she was just so disgusted by the escargot. Why do you think because I'm French, everybody eats escargot? Oh God, just the way that he narrated her, and I'm like, wow, I can't believe he actually knew what I was trying to.
He is spectacular.
Oh
You
my
could have
God,
picked
right?
a better person to do that.
And right now he is working on Peacock's Lament as we speak.
Yay, I can't
So yeah,
wait.
he's becoming my go-to narrator
Mhm.
because of everything that he had put into Scarlet Peacock. And when I mentioned to him about Hood of Sedna, he's like on board, totally on board.
It's like, yes, I
So
want to find out
yeah,
what's next too.
he's absolutely phenomenal. And it was just interesting how he was able to pull off these different accents, and he's from New York City, and
Pulled
yet
off
he
the
pulled
different
off.
accents. He pulled off the different personalities.
Mhm.
You could feel like it felt like you were seeing it happen.
Yeah,
You could feel him be that person. He's amazing.
he
I
really
have
was.
enjoyed him so much.
I would say he raised the bar for my male narrators, and Talon David, who narrated Little 15 and Vexed and Game Over, raised the bar for the females. I don't think I can find another female that's even going to compare to her. So I have to hook you up with the a promo code for the Game Over audiobook.
That would
But
be awesome.
here's another small announcement I'm going to make right here. I'm only going to be releasing 2 LD Wosar books next year. Everything else is going to be under my YA pen name, Mina Sky. So yay, you guys will be able to
Awesome.
follow Mina in Mina's world.
Cool.
Rock. I don't know what I have of Mina, but I haven't right now I'm just trying to get through the LD Wozar. I just started whenever I started talking to you in your group, that's whenever I started reading your stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Oh, you're right, Sky. I should definitely read this lady's stuff."
And well, she actually, I can't believe that that tickles me that she recommended me.
Mhm.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
she put up a review for one of your books and said, "Hey, this is really good." I'm like, "Okay, I'm gonna go find her and find out for myself." So yeah.
Oh, wow.
No, she even bought my book, and I was like, "Oh my god, my favorite romance author bought my book."
Yeah,
Yes.
that tickles me. Holy cow. That really tickles me. But I just, out of everybody we have in my readers group, you and Michael, you guys, I love how you interact. And it's like, that's all I want anybody. 900 members, and yet I have like 3 or 4 interacting and getting
Dude,
excited about
I
what I'm
have the
doing.
same. It's the same way. There's like 200 something in the Facor group, the publishing company group that I'm in, and I get like 2 people interacting. And I'm
Yeah.
like, I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I don't know if I'm doing anything, how I should do different. That's why I don't answer that question. I don't have an answer because I'm running it
You know what?
with
I,
uh Patty, and we're not getting anywhere.
I think I just need to put more of myself into it because it's like, you've already seen the interview. I'm kind of a goof, a total nerd.
I would just stop asking the same 3 questions over and over. Find other questions.
That's Jay. That's
Yeah.
my PA that does that.
Yeah,
So
tell her.
I
Well,
got to
my
talk to her
request
about
would be
those.
ask other questions other than that because I asked random
You know what
questions.
I
I will put
really,
up a TikTok video and say, "Hey, what about this concept?"
what I really want to do is center it more on my personality. It's like I'm all about pulp culture, music, movies. Um,
Scratch that. We
and I
are
think that's
too.
going to get more people interested if I, pick a, geek out for the week. Come on, man. Or we can have like a geek out day. We could do like Doctor Who, or I think that'd be so much fun.
Oh yeah, we can have Witcher Day. We can have Doctor Who Day. We can have Comic Book Day. Trust
You
me,
have
Dell
history
can give
stuff.
you like 300 comics that we should read.
Delphine is heavy into comic books.
Oh, I do a comic book podcast too called Splash Pages. And you'll have to start watching it. It's on Tuesdays. We just
Yeah.
did a live we got interviews up the wazoo lined up. And we've been doing a lot since the last Terrificon. And I mean we've been doing some before then, but now we're like 3 a month and we're, on 4 times a month. And but yeah, you guys could do I'll talk to you about
Yes.
that later.
Please
Yeah.
come
Fun
find us
things to
on
do for a
Splash
page
Page.
though. History stuff. Come up with different like cool history. Play the game on the map. Go through different time periods and play Where's Hungary, because it goes from being here to here to and then it's the
Yeah.
Ottoman Empire and then it doesn't exist at all and then it's over here, or just interesting historical
I think I'm
characters.
going to do that more because I'm going to actually start using Mina Sky more next year. Because, like I said, I'm only releasing 2 LD Wosar. One is called Damn Nirvana with my friend Raja Savage. Vampires, fays, werewolves in one book. And the vampires are twins.
That sounds so much fun.
Yeah, and there's a nymph. So basically, the female main character is a fae who is, feels like she's going to protect her realm more if she's on the outside than on the inside. But, she's just kind of ridiculous that way. So,
Dude, if you have a Faye short story, come join us and at the Owlite Network for our Faye anthology. That's we're getting stories for.
really,
Yeah, the end date is like the 1st of February. So if you have a short story,
I don't.
I can give you the deets.
I'm actually working on a very long series with a fae, and that's the one I'm revamping. So Stevie Capoe, otherwise known as Princess Stephanie Corin, is actually a fae who has something trauma. She had some trauma happen.
Traumatic.
Something traumatic happened. Sorry, I've been up since like 4 o'clock in the morning and I'm freaking tired. And she's basically, her memory, everything has been stripped from her magic. And it's really kind of hard to explain the concept only because it's like there's so much involved with it. But she, right now, where it is in the book, she just thinks she's a thief with, she can read minds. She doesn't know what her lineage is. And she also knows that she woke up She burst out of a tree.
Oh
Couldn't
wow.
speak 2 words. Didn't know her name. Her name was given to her. Um, and she's kind of had to live a nomadic lifestyle because she had no idea why the hell she wasn't aging like everybody else. And so she could only live in a certain area for like 5-10 years before people start suspecting her. And it's not until she reaches Sedna that all of a sudden these 3 strangers that she had never met before that she recalls show up pretty much at the same time, and they're basically the key to her. They hold the key to her lineage, to the gateway to who she was before. So it might seem a little bit confusing, but it's all centered on her lineage. It's all centered on her getting back home. It's all centered on, her trying to keep the crown, the throne, away from another who wants it. Now, Coveted Hood, I'm going to look at it both ways. We have 2 shifters that are coveting her heart, and we have another character, the warlock, who is coveting her crown. So Coveted Hood can mean both of those. Coveting the heart, coveting the crown. So
Great way to go with that word. I like that. And no, the way you're going makes perfect sense. But then again, some of the stories I read, if you try to explain it, it sounds confusing. But when you jump into it, it all makes perfect sense.
I mean, Scarlet's to me is an easy one to explain. Farmer's daughter sold to the highest bidder. And of course, has no idea until she is thrust into this world in Countess Yvette Cote's estate that that the man who bought her is a vampire. Lord Duncan Busick. Lady Lord.
Busick? Okay, I was wondering. I wanted to make sure I was pronouncing it right in my head.
What's
Dude,
that? It is Busick. Yes.
Yeah, that's how I learned how to I for the longest thought Casey was pronounced Cassie. So because of the way it's spelled, that's the way I spell my kid's name. And I'm like, but I call her Cassie, short for Cassandra. So that's where my brain went. And my kid's like, oh, that's my name. I'm like, yeah, it's so cool. You can't read it yet because you're 11.
Because also remember, Casey's real name was Cassandra.
Yeah. But you went a different way to pronounce it than I did, which is why I said I got me a Cassandra too. So yeah.
But yeah, so like I said, Scarlet's easier to explain. Jaded Vamp was kind of easy to explain until my mind went like, Kill Bill, Quentin Tarantino, Underworld. I was watching too much, and all that went into one book. So yeah, I'm a pop culture fanatic. It's just like with the historical ones, you can't really pull that crap. But I'm like, you know what? With Jagged Little Hoods, TV's favorite show is gonna be Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
But the thing is, when it comes to the westerns, you can pull the same thing, but you can use all the westerns you like and just pull aspects out of each one. The thing is, my family would get it because we've watched a lot of the same ones. Black and white to color, yeah, odds are we saw it at some point in our lifetime and we'll get it. So yeah,
Johnny can even be like Marty McFly and go back to the 1800s, say his name is Clint Eastwood, and they're gonna buy it.
Yeah,
because nobody in the 1800s knows who the hell Clint Eastwood is.
No,
well, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna have him use the name Clint Eastwood, but
you could be like Clint Murtaugh or something. But yeah,
Carl Westwood.
Carl Westwood would work.
Oh yeah.
Although the character's name is Jonathan Swift, not Johnny. He doesn't like to be called Johnny. So his name is actually Jonathan Swift. And of course, they're going to joke that the Jonathan Not So Swift wizard. So.
Well, yeah.
I love the way you handle political intrigue as well. Because that was huge back in the day.
Mm-hmm. It was.
And making court appearances and every single, how do you address, this person? I'm sorry, I just pulled up in my head right as I was saying that, and there's I don't know if you read Discworld at all, by Terry Pratchett. It's a fantasy with a lot of satire and humor in it, and There's a character who she decides to be a nanny, and she is actually she's Death's granddaughter, but she's also related to royalty. And somebody's like, "How do you refer to the nephew of a duke or something?" Well, I call him Archie, but I don't know about you. They're just like,
Well, I also
just
what
can't
I had to
focus.
do too was like I googled like rankings. I'm like, well, what's higher, a duke or a lord? And it just made more. No, a duke is higher than a
Oh
lord.
bullshit!
Um, it just made more sense for Duncan to be a lord, not so much a duke. But there were a little couple
Barons.
bloopers in the audiobook to where he did call music Duke because it wasn't cotton editing. Sorry. But no, Lord Duncan Busick.
Okay.
And I know people were probably throwing the book at the end of it going, what the fuck? Really a cliffhanger?
That's the best way to
I'm
end the book.
okay with cliffhangers. You
And then
said
you
you were
make me
going
wait
to continue, so I was
then
happy.
you make me wait 7 freaking months
The
for the
only thing that
conclusion.
made me sad was the Caliente one. I'm like, but we're not.
That one is actually going to be I added that back to the list for next year.
Yay,
So
now I'm
following
not gonna
between
cry because I
yeah.
I actually really wanted to cry when you said it wasn't happening. I'm like, oh no.
Well, because nobody read Texas Blood and
It's not that I haven't got to it. I am working on it. It's just I also had to go through the stuff I was being published in,
and
and I'm working on her PR and the PR of an entire publishing
I
company.
just
So
gave
I
her
keep
Dave I'll let
jumping.
him know that Caliente Queen is still going to be released.
Yay!
But yeah, that one's gonna be a lot of fun. It's gonna be a My Fair Lady retelling.
Nice.
Ooh,
So
yeah.
if you read like Busted Vamp, then you will know more about Belena Ariano, the little Latina Caliente from Austin, Texas.
Did I
I'm
mention
gonna have
I'm in Newton, Texas?
huh?
Did I mention that I'm in Newton, Texas?
I knew you were from Texas.
I'm
You
just
didn't
so
mention
happy,
Texas.
but yeah.
I don't know where Newton is.
Newton's in Newton.
Um,
Thanks, Peter.
yes, exactly. Yeah, well, literally, Newton is in Newton County, but yeah, I'm like, well, I don't know what I'm closest to. I don't know if you've heard of Beaumont.
I've heard of Beaumont, just never been
Yeah,
there.
I'm like an hour from
My,
there.
my brother lives in Pflugerville, which is right out. It's a suburb of Austin, and then my
Okay.
sister-in-law lives in Houston, or
Okay.
outside of Houston. So, and of course, I spent a few weeks in San Antonio, Lackland Air Force Base, and Wichita Falls because I was in the Air Force,
Chair Force.
Chair Force. And but that's another thing too. Is like I even had a couple people ask me, "Well, if you were in the military and your son's active duty military, how come you don't write military romance?" Because I'm like, I don't want to.
Well, that's
If
fine.
if I
We just
can't make the
appreciate.
military, if I can't make the military members into like shifters and demons and shit, then I'm not going to write military.
On that
Okay.
note,
A, thank you for your service. B,
Yes.
bye. Thank you for coming. My dad would love to be a demon or shifter, and he was in the army. Some of them would really love it. So you just gotta. Some of them might be
Well,
into it too.
I do use a lot of. I mean, keep in mind on Texas Blood, Reiner Wolf. Well, he was a Nazi. I don't know if that counts or not. Never mind, that doesn't count. But it was
No,
still
not
militant. It was still
exactly.
militant, and that's the way I look at it. Malite Coven in the Bella Uomo Vampy saga. Malite is
Mhm,
Italian for military.
mhm.
There's a lot of military mentions in Relic. So yeah, I may not write like a straight up military romance, but there is always going to be that mention of military. Um, like even in Hood of Sedna, both Gabriel and back in the 1600s, Gabriel was commander and his cousin Sebastian were admiral of the Godspear Army. So there is always military aspects in my books.
And that is
Um,
awesome.
yeah.
I did like how Kendrick was introduced and then reintroduced by Duncan as far as, oh, I'm this and this and this and this. And actually, you aren't.
Kendrick.
You're. Wasn't that Scarlett's little brother's name or older
Oh,
brother's name?
Kendrick, yes, her half brother.
Half. Okay. Yes.
Yeah, that was one thing Kendrick kind of forgot about is that Duncan can read his mind and knew that he
Yeah.
was lying. It's like I'm trying to think. Oh, yeah, the part when he comes home and comes to meet Scarlett for the first time, or at that point, Lucia, but
Yeah.
Lucia. I've heard it pronounced Lucia too, but I think it depends on what country you're from. But
Oh yeah.
because she is German, it's pronounced Lucia.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
Makes sense.
I've seen like Beatrice, Beatrice, and then we have south of us the town Beatrice. So
Mhm.
I've
that's
just heard of Beatrice, but yeah, I just that book is just I don't know. I just more people need to read it. That's all I'm saying.
I'm working on it. Give me
No,
time.
I'm just
The other question is okay, slightly off subject, but on subject when it comes to the art. Are you guys when you your granddaughter is she a PH or an F when it comes to Sophia? Because we are a
Sophie.
PH.
She's a PH, and it's Sophie,
Okay.
not Sophia.
Well, okay, Sophie. Well, mine
Yeah.
is Sophia and Sophie, so it all.
Well,
Sorry.
Sophie is her name. She does not have. It's not a nickname for Sophia. She
Okay,
was Sophie.
Sophie. Okay,
Yeah.
thank you. We are a PH as well.
And you are able to see her artwork on the cover of Game Over too, under
Yes,
Mina
it's
Sky.
gorgeous.
Yes, that is Sophie's artwork on that cover.
Please tell
that's
her she did an amazing job and we love it.
Thank you. I'm just still waiting for my Casey drawing because she actually did one of Ember too, but she said it took her 2 days to draw Scarlet
Mhm.
because there was so much to it. But I mean, that Scarlet, I just absolutely love her drawing.
Oh yeah,
oh, it's
she's a
gorgeous.
great artist.
I'm like
Mike
Sophie,
Cassie's the artist in our
she's
family.
actually going to be my co-author on the Kona series, Ember.
That is gonna rock.
Yeah, wait until you see the pen name she picked out. Still trying. It's adorable. I'm like, I'm not going to change a darn thing because it fits her personality. But I asked Sophie, I said, well, since you're going to be co-authoring with me, I said, why don't you pick a pen name? She's like, well, what's that? I said, it's a name that's different than yours. And she's like, oh, okay. So at first she comes up with Pon, Pon. No, 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 I want Beezy. And I think that's how it's pronounced, but Vheezy. I said, oh, okay. So like Pon Beezy? She goes, no, just Veezy. So you don't want a last name or anything? She goes, no, Veezy's just fine. I said, okay. Something like Madonna, Prince, she's gonna be Veezy. So
That's gonna be awesome.
that's what it is when you go into Amazon under Mina's Sky, you're gonna see and Veezy.
That is gonna rock. Yes,
Um,
and definitely uh get her a profile thing set up so people can just look for her. That is gonna rock. If she
Actually,
continues,
her parents would
her parents don't want to work with her on that. Okay. Well,
no,
that's fine.
they don't want her on Facebook. That's the great thing about my daughter and son-in-law is that when it comes to their daughters, they don't play.
Well, that's why I just say,
They're very
well,
supportive
that
parents.
way it's easier to if okay. That's why I suggested on Amazon. That way, just look for her stuff in
Oh
case she does something separate on Amazon and she publishes. Continue to publish under the VZ
yeah,
name
because that'll work because it's
because
not.
she can make her own coloring book or something, and that would
She's
be amazing.
actually, what's really funny about you mentioning that? She's actually, I don't know if she's still doing it, but she was actually making her own graphic novel.
That would rock.
Very cool.
And her friends and her actually have made little videos. They've created little characters and they have actually made little videos and they're each doing the voice of these characters. So Sophie is like, she knows how to make the videos. She writes, she draws. She's just like multi-talented, that child.
That is awesome.
So yeah, I'm a proud grandmother. And then, her youngest sister, Emily, is like the brainiac and she loves space and she loves stars. So I wouldn't be surprised if she end up being like a sci-fi, lover of anything sci-fi. But it's just so funny how different those two are. So we got the artistic one, we had the brainiac one, who should actually, she should get better grades, but that's a different story.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So, when okay, when you pub I have the question in my head, it just does not want to come out right. The Mina Sky books. Um is there a I apologize. For the Mina Sky and the YA, is there a different personality that you try to put in them as an author, or okay.
It's still going to have that Wosar look and feel to it. The Hood have said that Capot series isn't going to be like straight up young adult, only because of their ages. There's not going to be any sex. It's going to have like
Okay.
a smattering of foul language, but not compared to what I normally write.
Okay.
The
Okay.
Scarlet Peacock, I actually kind of kept that clean with the language too, and I think the F word's only used like maybe 2 or 3 times in it, and it's all coming from Duncan, I believe. But Scarlet doesn't use that kind of language. She's a lady. But
That makes sense.
but the thing with the YA book is that you can still use like a certain amount of foul language so long as it's not like on every page, because you also have to figure your target audience. And if my, teenager, my 13, 14-year-old is reading reading Jade and Vamp, I probably wouldn't be very happy.
No.
She just need to read that. Or Texas Blood. Or Cascade Duck. I wouldn't be
No.
very happy.
I I think the only conversation Sophie didn't want to read it. She just wanted to find out. She asked me what I was doing, and I told her I was reading Cascade Duck, and she's like, "Okay, what does Cascade mean?" So I explained to her what the word meant, because she's like, "That is a very new word." So yeah,
How old
and
is
then
she?
she's 7. So
Oh, yeah. So here's where I got the name. I was part of a shared world called the Global Outlaw World Syndicate. And so we had to choose different states on what we want to write in. And Cascade Mountains goes from Washington State down Oregon. And because Oregon was
okay,
my state, Duck is actually the Oregon State University mascot and the state bird.
oh,
So that's where, and then also on top of that, because she rides a Ducati, and the nickname for a Ducati is a duck. So that's where Cascade Duck comes from. Chrome
okay,
Poppies, where that came from, Chrome obviously is motorcycle. Poppies is the California state flower. So that's where Chrome
okay.
Poppies comes from. Um, but that was going to be an entirely different, that was actually, yeah, that was going to be an entirely different book when I first conceived it. But it's like, I just went a different route.
I didn't even know there was Cascade Mountains, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
So now I can show her that, and that's helpful. Thank you for helping me with the geography lesson that we were working on earlier, because we were actually talking about where the bison would be in the country, where Sioux Falls is literally on the map, and what type of things they import, export, and whatever. So
Mm-hmm.
that will feed back into the type of lessons we had earlier when we were talking about what Cascade meant. And
Mm-hmm.
that's helpful.
Yeah, I've
Thank
been to
you.
the Cascade Mountains a few times because, I was born in Washington State. My dad was stationed there when he was in the Navy, and used to go to Cascade Mountains all the time. And Whidbey Island, which is, here's another fun fact. Sedna, I based off this little town on Whidbey Island, Washington, called Coopville.
Oh, cool.
And so I based it on Whidbey Island mostly, Sedna. And of course, I do mention Seattle in it. They do, San Francisco is mentioned, Portland, Oregon. I try to stay within the PNW. I'm a total PNW girl. But here's another interesting fact about Coopville. Practical Magic was filmed there.
Oh, that is awesome.
So I was like
I love that
excited when I
movie.
saw that too. One of my favorite movies. That's another one I can watch over and over
Yeah.
again.
Well, me too. I do actually. a lot.
I love it.
It's one of those things. If I need something familiar in the background, I'm like, let's play this.
So I'm like, how come they can never have book signings like up in Seattle or like Portland, Oregon? It's like I would go up to Seattle for a book signing in a
It
heartbeat.
seems like there would be more in that area with all the stuff that supposedly happens over there.
Yeah,
And with like Twilight fans going that way anyway, it's like there would be other stuff they want to read. So, yeah.
because I've written quite a few books that take place in Washington, but somebody had asked me if I would ever write one based where I'm at now, and I'm like, no.
Where are you at now?
I live in Las Vegas.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
That would be an interesting thing to read more of. But then again, the last Las Vegas thing I read was like after in the book the Ice Age had come, a surprise random Ice Age, and it's like we don't even know what happened. And I'm like, okay.
There's a little part of Wild Vamp that takes place in Vegas, but it's also after it's like dystopian.
Hmm.
There's the casinos are basically hybrids have taken over. The hybrid lichen vampires hybrid, and
Hmm.
they've taken over basically all the casinos and stuff like that. So basically, the entire strip is trashed. When I wrote Wild Vamp, I referred to it as McCarran Airport. It's now Harry Reid Airport. I'm like, okay, I'm not changing it in the damn book. But I mean, honestly, it would be known in 75 years in the future as Harry Reid Airport. But the airport's deserted. So and then they moved from Vegas to most of it takes place in. I think does she go? I'm trying to think if she goes to Tuscany and waits out to rescue. No, I think it's been a while since I read my own book.
Well, that's okay.
Last
But
time I went,
I mean, it takes place in Santa Barbara, California, mostly. All my Vamp books do, and then of
last
course
time I went,
Paris and.
I'm sorry.
Oh, you go ahead.
I say last time I was in Vegas, I actually scared people on the strip. I was I've only been there a couple of times, and we'd gone to Laughlin, and we're staying there, and then went up to Sedona, and then decided we were going to go through Vegas just to like get something to eat and check out a couple of places that we liked. But I
Mm-hmm.
had food poisoning,
Oh,
and
wow.
Oh no.
like, and I was walking, and I have seizures also is a thing, and so I was trying to get through, and all the people, they have the like, do not stand past this line, and everybody's standing right there. And you know what the strip's like. It's just misery. And we were trying to get across the high walk, and the elevators were broken. Everything was just a mess, and people are trying to do their panhandling thing. And I'm 5'4", but I have a purse that can just beat the shit out of people. And my little mother is walking with me, and she's usually the one who's got the stride, and I'm usually the like baby duck following her.
Mhm.
And I just was so enraged with all of the people trying to weave through everybody that was getting in my way that I was just radiating the hatred of 1,000 exploding suns and was just marching straight through. And people were like, you could see somebody come up to be like, we're gonna, no, stay away from that one. And I made it like through 2 casinos down to our parking place, and I think like less than 5 minutes.
This is why us
And
locals don't go to the strip. I
yeah,
can't stand the crowds.
Mom wanted to
I
get
don't blame
pictures
you.
at the Bellagio
Huh?
because she hadn't had the season. It was around February or something, and she'd never had she's been there a number of times, but she never had been
Mhm.
able to take the floral pictures
Oh, the
with the
Botanical Gardens at the
Valentine's Day
Bellagio.
stuff. Yeah.
Yeah,
She
it's
just
beautiful.
Yeah, we love it, but she hadn't had one of those scenes yet, so we had to go all the way there. So we made it from the Bellagio all the way back over. We'd parked like somewhere behind the Paris or something like that, but we made it because you can't go straight across. You have to go like two casinos down, then up, over, back, and
Yes,
around. It was just like, oh,
there's so much walking. It's crazy.
Mhm.
So if you ever
yeah.
go to Vegas, you better have comfy shoes because there's a lot of walking.
Although I will admit the strip is pretty clean.
It is.
the various places I've visited, like I love New Orleans, but you do not set foot on Bourbon Street. There's no reason to. You'll die.
I heard it was filthy.
It is.
That's another place I wouldn't mind basing a book, but it just seems like so many people base their books out of New Orleans or what's another one that's used a lot. We were just talking Vegas. And I
Yeah.
honestly, I have read books, a couple books that they really need to do a little bit more research on Vegas, especially
Right.
casinos.
Oh God.
I
Huh?
was
Go to
not
the
even.
stores. Oh, that's like 3 miles.
I
They
was
tell
not
you to
even
go to stores.
basic. Sorry.
You
I'm
can't just
sorry.
but you can't just walk into a casino and there's the restaurant right there. It's like you're marching through the casino.
Mhm.
I use the GPS thing with my with our phones to find each other.
Mhm.
Like in the casino, you're that far apart.
I read this book that actually named the casino, but I'm like, that you don't just walk into the casino and the restaurant's right there.
Mm-mm.
I mean, some of them you have to do like, like for example, I think it's MGM. Mandalay Bay.
Oh, that's huge.
It is super huge, and that's where me and my brother went to go watch the. Oh wait, did we go to? Is that where the Aces played? Was Mandalay Bay the women's basketball team? But yeah, I mean, we walked past like Michael Votaggio's retro restaurant. These restaurants are not right there at the entrance. The entrance is usually the casino. Then you have to walk through the casino just to get to like where all the shops and the restaurants and everything are. So it's like, if you're going to write anything having to do with Vegas, especially a person from Vegas that's been in casinos several times, do your research. And
Yeah,
then also she had it, I think she had it to where the hotel had adjoining rooms. A lot of hotels, unless you're like in the seedy part of Vegas, don't have adjoining rooms. So
yeah.
I was just like, yeah, no.
I learned the basic floor plan of the Bellagio
Mhm.
a couple of years ago when I went with my mother. She was working, and they had a big seminar thing going on in the Bellagio, and we stayed over at Paris. So I would go to meet her for lunch because I sleep like 12 hours a day. And so she'd be like, okay, come meet me here. And I learned kind of like, okay, I go here and this is where the conference rooms are. And then I can go over to this section and there's some slots I can just play over there when I'm bored, waiting for her. And then we'd meet up and go over and then get something to eat. But it was a maze. I mean, it took me the like 3 or 4 days that we were there just to figure out that part of the ground floor. And that was only like one section of the casino and some of the conference rooms. And like not nearly all of the conference rooms, just one little section. But I'd had like on my map, okay, here's where the flowers are. If I go here, I'm too far. If I go, okay, I have to go through, it's named this. And if I go this far, I'm way too far. So I stayed in one little tiny section. But when we went to go see a show, it took us like 45 minutes to walk there, and it was only, it's like, oh, it's just this way and then two casinos down. But a block in Vegas is not, I mean, it's not a standard city block at all.
It's not. No, no,
And there are 30,000 other people per square inch, you know, that you're walking through. It's just crazy.
it is. And I just don't go to the strip because I can't stand crowds. I really can't.
I don't either. I worry that I'm going to have a seizure and then there's going to be a commotion. So that's why I was just like on that focused thing. I do like, however, I think that the city of Vegas is very kind and it's giving out mascot uniforms apparently to every homeless person because you see everyone wearing a like Mickey
Golden
Mouse
Knights.
outfit, and
Oh,
something they all had like, there are all these, and they do need to give those poor women some more clothes though.
I mean, that's the one thing I can say about the city is that the people here are really friendly. So
My
That's
that's what
cool.
favorite
I like about Vegas.
my favorite begging type of thing was one guy who was standing there holding a sign, $20 to kick me in the crotch. And I was like, Okay, hopefully he's wearing protection of some sort, you know.
Yeah.
But like I would have paid him 20. Because I get so frustrated with the crowds. I was like, I could relieve some tension, but I'm not going to kick you, sir. Um,
No, that would
but
hurt.
I'd pay you 25 if I could get a good just whack across the face. You know, because he was kind of a smarmy looking guy. He would have been like, yeah, satisfaction.
No, he would have worked and he would have deserved it then, I think.
Sorry. Distraction. Dell goes off to Vegas.
Where's your squirrel? Where's your squirrel?
What? Oh,
Yes.
he's drunk.
Work on Screwball now. Okay.
Okay, I'm
This has
sorry.
been a fun squirrely episode. We've learned things that I don't think anybody, well, I haven't learned from just like hanging out in the group. I haven't learned from the other interviews were very structured. That's why I like this sort of setup. We're
I
not
do too. I love it.
structured.
It's
You learn
more
about
fun.
you as a person as well as your writing.
We get to learn about you. We got to learn about your kid. It was
Oh
awesome.
my God, that was so cool. And that's actually that was surprising because Peter typically doesn't do that kind of stuff.
Oh wow. Yes.
So
Please
yeah.
tell him we appreciated it very much.
Yeah.
Yes.
He's a
Okay.
sweetheart. He's a good guy. I can't complain.
Me neither. And I'm happy to have met him, and I'm happy to finally meet you in person.
I
But
know,
we've hit our hour and a half mark.
and I'm
So
getting hungry.
please, beautiful lady, please tell us where to find you and anything you want to tell us about upcoming stuff in the future that you want us to be sure gets out there.
You can find me on the corner of Fremont and Main Street, peddling my wares. Actually, go into my Linktree account. I believe it's under LD Wosar author.
It's in the wherever the links go.
Where? Oh, chat.
No, I have
Oh.
them in the show notes.
You can find me at Linktree. My group is Wosie's Vexed Bamps. That may change. I'll probably be laying it to rest for a little bit next year. But I do have my own Mina Sky Facebook account. And Mina does have her own readers group when she finds readers. Right now, she's like, I need to finish my books before I find any readers. Duh, Lori.
Invite me, and please
will.
invite us.
Oh, definitely. You know it. But I mean, what I have coming up in the future, 2024, Peacock's Lament, obviously, because it is out on the 29th of this month. 8 more days.
Yay!
Is my last release of 2023, but 2024, I will have Hood of Sedna, Damn Nirvana, Coveted Hood, Caliente Queen, Jagged Little Hood, and Ember will make her grand appearance. I was going to wait until January 2025 for that one, but no, it's gonna be kind of a Christmas gift. That Ember Kona Nephilim Legacy will be making her debut, and I'm so stoked about that one. I'm stoked about everything coming out next year. I've always wanted to revamp the Kapos series, and given the opportunity to, it's so much better tenfold than the original. So I think everybody's going to really love that. Just don't expect to find smut, because it ain't going to happen in this book or any of them, or
okay.
any Nina Sky for that matter. I'm just really excited for what the future holds. I mean, honestly, I have to tell you, I have my reviews set up all the way up until 2027. Not reviews, but releases. So basically, 2025 is going to be centered all on the Kona Legacy. 2026, I'm so excited about this one. I'm actually working on a series with another co-author that means the world to me. And if you like What We Do in the Shadows and What We Do in the Shadows and The Breakfast Club, you're going to love this one. It's actually called The Breakfast Clutch. And it's going to be centering on 4 vampires and a familiar. Kind of like the whole concept with What We Do in the Shadows. but it's just going to be a different take. And we thought it was kind of fun because here you have the movie that took place in New Zealand, the TV show takes place in New York. Our book is actually going to take place in San Francisco, but they're completely different characters, and we're just so looking forward to that. But we also have what we're calling, like, we have the criminal, we have the brain, we have the princess, we have the jock. Um, and what's the brain, the criminal, the jock, the princess,
The
and
outcast.
the basket case.
Okay.
So the vampires, yeah, same kind of concept as what we do in the shadows, but they're all going to be more like the Breakfast Club characters. So we're like super stoked about that one. That one be coming in 2026, which seems like a far, far away, but with the way
It's
time
only
is
2
going,
years.
the older I get, time flies faster. So
I
I'm
agree.
I'm super excited about the future. And I just write it because I love it, and I love you guys, and I love people that are actually read my book and take a chance on me. And hopefully by doing more of these interviews, people learn that I'm like a total nerd, super awkward, looked horrible without makeup, but
You're
yeah,
gorgeous. You're
yeah.
perfect, and we
Thanks,
appreciate you writing.
thank you. I appreciate you guys.
Yay!
And I love weirdness. It's wonderful. I am a huge. I swear I'm. We might at least equal each other on nerdiness. I am
I think
just.
so.
I've got the
I
video
love
games.
it.
I've got the comic books. I got Magic the Gathering. Ooh yeah, yeah. I went there. I play that. Yeah, I do.
Yay!
I have a puppet named Ratatosker. I'm a
Oh,
history nerd. We're gonna be buddies.
and a movie series that I've binge watched a few times too, Harry Potter. I
Yes.
can't get enough of Harry Potter. I love Harry Potter.
I
She
am
has a
addicted to
checklist.
Harry Potter fanfic.
Really?
Yes, I write and I edit. I don't write the fanfic though, but that's my palette cleanser. Or it started off being my palette cleanser to reset myself when I was editing something new, and now I just have to have one going at all times.
Wasn't 50 Shades of Grey originally Twilight fanfic?
Yes, yes, it was.
And that's like the most horribly written book ever.
I
Horribly written. And she's made a million, billion, jillion, cajillion dollars off of that piece of crap. I
I
didn't finish
found
the whole series. Book one was so terrible. I'm like, what should you do? Just copy and paste templates of the sex scenes were all the same throughout the entire book. The movie, they had like chemistry, like cardboard. I don't understand why it was so popular.
Yeah, I just enjoy the world that Rowling created, the and the things that the fans write,
Yeah.
like they point out things that you wouldn't have noticed in the book and things that she has in some cases she has since retconned, you know. And there's a wonderful one that
Hmm.
it's a lot of people know about it. It's Harry Potter and the Methods of Rationality, and he is raised by, like, Petunia married somebody else, and so he's raised by a scientist, and
Oh,
so
that
he goes through
whole
and he's trying to, like,
okay.
make sense, like make scientific sense out of magic. And it was written by somebody who's like a physics major or a math major or something like that. And so you go to, like, they have their own website where everything that's discussed in the book, you can go deeper in depth and learn lessons and actually learn some advanced scientific and mathematical stuff. If you go, so some of it's educational, some of it's total smut, some of it's just really bad, you know. But it reading fanfic, for me, you learn all the, like, okay, I got to start watching out for all of these mistakes that your, word processor doesn't pick up as you're going through. If you're, when you're an editor, you have to pick out all the little things. And so it's even some of the best written fanfic is kind of badly written, if that makes sense. There's some that's
It
great,
was,
but
yeah. Yeah, I'm envious of her success, but I'm like, I'm not gonna ever get to that level. But the thing I like, yeah, it'd be nice to make money off the books, but the thing I love the most is when people sit around and talk about the characters like they know them. That's what I love. It's like people getting to know the characters. Let's talk about the characters. I mean, that's all I really want.
Oh, I would be
It's like
Scarlett's
people,
best bud, dude.
huh?
I would be Scarlett's best bud. We're gonna read. We're gonna tell our men to fuck off,
Okay.
or at least behave.
Well,
She's
what did Michael, my friend Michael, describe Scarlett as his schmexy sidekick or schmexy side piece or something like that? I said, yeah, I just don't let Duncan know about that. So it's like, oh my god, I love it. It's like, I found that there's actually more people that are in love with like Casey or Scarlett than my main character, the male characters, really. And I don't know if it's because of how I wrote the characters, but it's like, this is gonna be interesting. We're gonna, I always do like a best of 2020, whatever. And so I'm gonna be pitting Scarlett against Casey, and for the group members to decide who's the best. That's gonna be interesting.
I have more reading on my list
I
now.
just
'Cause right
loved
now,
our.
I'm Team Scarlett.
I just loved Armand's sense of humor, especially when he went to the cheating boyfriend's house and did the thing with the TV. That was
Oh,
hilarious.
I loved her father. But Amon, I actually had fun writing him. He was probably one of the most disgusting, dastardly villains I had ever written in a book.
Mhm.
But Armand was cool. Um,
Yeah,
yeah, and that whole part with the TV announcer.
that was hilarious. That's so far. That's my favorite part of the whole book.
Yeah, I think that was actually my favorite part too. And then in my opinion, I think what ruined it was when Andy and Michael got together. It's like, shit, you never should have done that. But the whole thing with the head in the box. What's in the box? Head in the box. I,
Yeah,
I
that
think
was
I was just,
hilarious. But
I
then
think
again,
I
her
was,
reaction was very real.
I think I was just trying to be as morbid as humanly possible with this one, only because I had to rush. Did you know another trivia? I wrote that book in 2 weeks.
Yeah,
Oh,
to be honest, you can tell. But if you gave it more time and you changed the things you want to change, I would
Yeah,
still reread it. But
it
please
was
keep his sense of humor. If you ever go back and redo it, keep the sense of humor.
it was a rush job, but yeah, that one's like so far down on my list. But I mean, I could tell you right now, you're probably gonna really love the revamp of Hood of Sedna.
Well, I am looking forward to it now that I know what's actually happening.
Yeah,
And I'm going to read both and enjoy both. And we'll talk about which one I like better when I get to read them. Until then, we
sounds
are
good.
definitely looking forward to Scarlet Peacock #2.
Peacock's
yes.
Lament.
She'll be ordering that
This lovely.
soon. Like I said, my Kindle broke and it wouldn't let me do anything, so I have to wait. Oh, wait, we need to put that up again. Whee!
Yes, isn't it gorgeous?
So pretty.
We both of them.
Shinies.
Yes, if you look on the Friday page, you'll find the links. They were put up today for both of them.
Yay!
I saw that.
The first one made me think a little bit of the Mad Hatter when like a female version. Oh no, I guess it was no, the other one. That's Lament. But the crown on her, I didn't see it as a crown at first. I thought it was a hat. And with the curls and stuff, I was like, "Ooh, is this like an Alice in Wonderland sort of thing, or what is it?" And I liked what it is.
Alice
The,
Wonderland.
the vampires. We love the vampires.
Oh,
They are, and they are Deutsch vampires.
yes. I love
I can
the idea. This normally you get vampires from Louisiana and you get Deutsch
True
vampires.
blood.
It was beautiful. It is beautiful. Go read the beautiful Deutsch vampire. Blech. Like,
Deutsch.
yeah, Deutsch.
Sehr
But
gut,
yes,
yeah. That's how much
okay.
German.
I tried 15 minutes ago, and I know you said you were hungry. We should probably do the thing so you can go eat. So let's finish what we were doing, and then
Yes.
if you'll stay a minute after we end the show, that would be great.
Okay.
But Dell, where should we
Hey!
find you and Carrie?
You can find me here on the Owlite Network every Sunday, pretty much. At least every other Monday, and sometimes on Thursdays or whenever we do Unprinted Pages. There will be some other shows coming up. We have just recently joined the Dorkening Network, but I was already a part of the Dorkening Network as I am on Splash Pages. That comes on every Tuesday night. You can find me on Facebook and on Amazon on my author page under Carrie, Kari Sanders. If you see the crow, that is me. And
You know, it can't
yeah,
rain all the time.
but pretty much if you write to Delphine or the Owlite or anything like that, you will hear from Jenny because she handles all of that kind of stuff because I can't keep up with everything. I don't know how to do all of it all. I'm
And
old.
Jenny rocks.
And yes,
Thank
Jenny
you.
is amazing.
And it was
So,
so awesome meeting you today, Missy.
It's so great
Okay,
meeting
yeah.
you. Oh yeah. Where did you want to add
oh,
more?
nope,
Like
I
where
was
to
just saying,
find that people should actually read your books too?
oh yeah,
Yeah.
you can find my stuff. All my links are on my Facebook page, but it links to my Amazon author page. You can go there. I
Mhm.
am I am in some anthologies there. I have some more stuff that should be coming out sometime soon, and I'm working on some of my own longer fiction. It's just been a matter of this past year I spent learning about going to my first con, putting a network together, and keeping up with a bunch of short stories and submissions. So it's been a little bit of a toll on me. But yeah. So look for some upcoming stuff from Carrie Lee Sanders.
Carrie Lee Sanders.
Carrie Lee Sanders. Yes.
Carrie.
Hi.
And empty
If you'd actually like to find me, find Friday's Library in the Blue Box is my page. My reader group is Friday Blues Disorganized Library. If you would actually like to read me, please look up Jennifer Elliott. I have a poetry volume that's called State of Mind, and I'm in multiple fake horror anthologies now. Yay! I'm actually in 5 books now. So yeah, and I'm also you can find me on the fake horror if you uh message or comment, you'll either get me or Patty. If you message the Owlite Network or of course Delphine, you'll get me, and I will happily either answer your question, pretend I'm her, or actually funnel you back to her if I don't have an answer. And sometimes I just pretend like I do, and it's all fun. But either way, please check us out. Thank you for coming to the show. I am so happy to have actually get to meet you, LD Wosar and Mina Sky.